NO-47 Ibps Clerk Prelim. Now in this question number 66 to 70. Now it is under priority 1 itself sequence. Then how many years are there in the above sequence? As count the total number of years here 1, 2, 3 and just 3, that is choice for question number 1, 66. And which letter comes at the 14th from the right? 14th from the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 14 is you, choice 1. And 68. How many such pairs of digits are there in the number? Now what is the number we have? 864 37 9215. Now in this number, which has as many digits as have been in the descending and ascending from left to right. Isn't from left to right, we need to count the total number. Then 8 and 6, 7, 8, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Isn't it 7, 8, 9? That's it. Not even 1 is there. Hence choice for question number 68. The next one, 60. Now in the ascending or descending from left to right అన్నాడు కదమ్మా. They have been in the ascending or descending from left to right. Isn't it? Then 69. Now in this 69, all the letters of the word. What is the word we have? Discipline. D-I-S-C-I-P-L-I-N-U, discipline. Now in this one, all the letters are arranged in alphabetical order, then the positions of how many letters will remain unchanged. That means how many letters will remain at the same place. Now tell me how many remain at the same place here. And C, D, E. Next one, I, there are 3 I's. L, N, P, E, S. Now tell me how many remain at the same place. S, 2. And what are those? One is I, the other one is L. I and L are the two letters that remain at the same place. 69, that is choice 1. Then 78. Now there are some 6 boxes. And these 6 boxes are of different weight. Now the weighings were clearly given. And these boxes are arranged in descending order of their weights from top to bottom. Isn't it? Or left to right, one and the same. Then here 23, 21, 19, 17, 11 and 6 are the weights of these boxes. Now 6 boxes all together, these are the weights of these boxes. Then coming to condition number 1, A does not have as much as D. That means A is less weight than D. And E does not have more weight than A. And E is not having more than A, hence E must be less than this A. Hence D, A, E must be in this order. And next one, D has less weight than only 2 boxes. Hence D must be at what, which place? And 19. Then D has less weight than only 2. F is neither the heaviest nor the lightest. And F cannot be in the first or the top or the bottom. And number of boxes that I have less than B same as that of C. Hence B and C, we need to have equal number of boxes. The weight of A is more than that of B. Now A is more than that of B, isn't it? A is more than that of B. Then coming to this one, let us start with the possibility here B. Now can we start with the B here? B must be here. If B is here, C must be here. Because B is lesser than A. Then if B is lesser than A, D is here. Next one, A will be at any place. Then E will be here. That is one such a possibility. Are you getting this one or not? Then, now in the next possibility here, if D is here, then can you take B at this place, B and C? Now B and C were in these 2 places. Then D, A and E must be like this. Now follow the and A and E. Then which is left over here? F is left over. But as F is neither at the top nor at the bottom. Hence, what is the order we have? C, F, D. Now C, F, D, A, E and B. And which box has 21 kgs weight? F is 21 kgs of weight, choice 4. And how many boxes are lighter than E? There is only one box, that is choice 271. And what is the weight of box A? A is 17 kgs, that is choice 1. And how many boxes are heavier than D? There are only 2 boxes, that is choice 1. And find the odd one. Odd one, C and F. Find between C and F, these two are adjacent boxes. And next one, D and A, they are again adjacent. A and E are adjacent. B and D, there are 2 boxes in between. And E and B are again adjacent, except choice 4. And in the remaining boxes, they are adjacent to each other, choice 4, 74. The next one, 75 onwards. Now 75 onwards, it is based on floor arrangement, isn't it? Now how many people are there? And there are exactly 8 people. And who are those 8 people? A, F, K, N, P, R, S and V are living in a 4-floor building. 8 persons in 4 floors, and in each of this one, there is exactly 2 flats in each of these floors. 2 flats in each of these floors. The next one, flat 1 is to the west of flat 2. 1 is to the west of flat 2, that is clearly given. Flat 1 is to the west of flat 2. Now this is flat 1 and this is flat 2. And 1 is to the west of flat 2. Then, and the person living in the flat of top is immediately above this one. K is living above R means both are living may or may not be in the same flat. And if K is living to the west of R means both are living may or may not be in the same. Make a student. And K is living to the west, need not necessarily both the persons are staying in the same floor, isn't it? Now if K is here, now any one of these 4 places is west, isn't it? Now here clearly information given, west need not necessarily be in the same, east need not necessarily be in the same. Now P is living above N and both are living on an odd number floor. And so P is above N and both are living on an odd number floor, and so this is 3 and 1, isn't it? And whether both these 2 persons are living in the same flat or different flats, altogether we have 4 different possibilities. Now if P is here, or if N is here, P can be here, can be here. Or if N is here, P can be here, P can be. Isn't it? Hence how many possibilities we have? 4 altogether, hence we cannot start with this one as of now. And next one, A is living to the east of S. A is living to the east of S means, tell me what can we decide, conclude from this one? A is living to the east of S and ఏం చెప్పండి? A is to the east of S, that means A must be in the second flat and S must be in the first flat. Whether both these two are in the same floor or not, that is not known. But as A is to the east of S, S is to the west of V. Now that means V must be in the second floor, second flat. And S is to the west of V, and S and R living on the same floor. And that means S and R living on the same floor, isn't it? S and R must be here. How many possibilities do we have for this? S and R must be in the same floor అన్నాం. మా ఎన్ని possibilities ఉంటాయి చెప్పండి? 2 or 4? 2. What are those 2? S and R must be on even numbered floors. Because anyhow P and N are on odd number floors. Hence, if S is here, R will be here, that is one possibility. S is here, R will be here, that is the second possibility. Are you getting this one or not? And S and R must be in the same floor. N is living below A. As N is living below A, N is living below A who is living above F. Now N is living below A and A is living above F. That means now this F must be in between this, isn't it? F must be in this and A is above this. K is living to the west of N. K is to the west of N and so K must be in the first flat, isn't it? And N must be in the second. Now who are the persons living in the second? A, V, N, R are living in the second, isn't it? And the remaining persons, who are the remaining persons? S, K, P and F must be in the first flat. Must be in the first flat. Now these are the 8 persons who had decided. And K is living to the west of N. N is living below R. Where is this N? N is living below R. Hence N must be somewhere here. N is living below R. Must be no? If N is living below R here, then we have fixed this R. Then among the remaining, now P and N. P and N must be in this one. And P, where should this be? P must be in the first flat. Now follow here as P is in the third floor. Now P is in the third floor. Now P and N we have done with this one. Then next one, the remaining A is above this N and A is above this F. A is above this both N and F. Where can we have this A? A can be here or A can be here. There are two possibilities. Then F is living on the floor neither with A nor with V. And F is not living with A and F, A and V. F is not living with A and V. Hence where should this F and F must be at the bottom. Isn't it? Because F is not, because either A or V must be at this place or this place. Isn't it? One person between A and V must be here, F cannot be at the top more. Hence F is here. Now if F is here, who is the person after our K? Then K's floor is twice the square root of A's floor. Now A's floor, what is A's floor here? A's floor is 4. And square root of 4 is 2. And K's floor is double of this 2. Twice this of 2. Hence K must be on the 4th floor. Now if K is on the 4th floor, who is the person after our V must be? Then, now question number 75. And what is K's floor number? Now K's floor number, that is 4, choice 4, question number 75. The next one, 76. And who among the following pair is living on the same floor? On the same floor, K and A, yes, that is choice 3, question number 76. The next one, 77. And how many persons are living above A? Above A, there is no one. And choice 5, 77. And who is living on second flat of odd number floor? Odd number floor, second flat, P and F. P and F, that is choice 4, question number 78. And 4 out of the following are alike in a certain way. That is odd one out, which does not belong to that one. K and S. K and S, one floor between these two. A and R one floor. V and F one floor. P and N, one floor. And A and F. Now in this A and F, there are 2 floors in between these two. Choice 5, question number 79. The next one, 80th. Now 80 onwards, it is based on seating arrangement. Isn't it? Now seating arrangement, how many persons are there in this? Now there are some 12 persons seated in 2 parallel rows. And 12 persons in 2 parallel rows, 6 persons in 1 row. And 6 in the other, 4, 5, 6. And here again, these are the 6 persons we have. Then coming to condition number 1, and M and O, P, Q, R, and they are seated in a row 1 and are facing towards north. Now this is row 1, M and O, P, Q, R. M and O, P, Q, R. And in the next one, Q, V, W, X, Y, Z, they are facing towards south. Then O was sitting third from one of the extreme ends. Now where is this O? O is third from one of the extreme ends. And so many possibilities we have for this O? And there are 2 different possibilities. And O can be third from the left extreme, or O can be third from the right extreme. O can be here or O can be here. Done with this? O was seated third from one of the extreme ends, and there are 2 persons between O and P. P is here. Now here again there are 2 persons between O and P. P is here. And P was the person seated opposite to P. Opposite to P is an immediate neighbor of W. Opposite to P is an immediate neighbor of whom? W. And Y is seated immediate right of W. Where is this Y? Y is to the immediate right of W. Now here Y is to the immediate right of W. And 2 persons in between Z and Y. The first case Z is here, and 2 persons between Z and Y, Z is here. Isn't it? And next one. And M was seated opposite to Z. M and Z are opposite to each other. And in the second case, M and Z are opposite to each other, not possible. And X is seated to the immediate right of V. X is to the immediate right of V, X and V. Then who is the person left over in this row? U. And opposite to Q. X is opposite to Q, Q is here. N was seated to the left of R, N is to the left of R. Then who was seated opposite to W? R, that is choice 5. And R choice 5, 81. How many persons in between M and R? In between M and R, there are exactly 3, choice 2, question number 81. And find the odd one, V, R, U, N, O. V, R, U, N, and O, except U. The remaining persons at the centers and you are at the corner. Isn't it? You are at the corner, choice 3, 82. And who was to the immediate right of V? Immediate right hand side of V, X, that is choice 2, 83. And what is the position of X from W? And 1, 2, 3, third from the right. Now third from the right, that is given in choice 1, question number 84.